So Marco Rubio has been accused of being a robot. That's because he keeps repeating the same talking points over and over. Chris Christie busted him on it. You guys know that. So now protesters started showing up immediately after the Saturday night debate where this first got exposed. Sunday morning, guys dressed up as robots started hounding Marco Rubio, and they've kept at it. They're still doing it. So now the Marco Rubio supporters, taking a page out of Donald Trump's fascist book, have started to assault the robots. We have a robot war in this presidential campaign, just when you thought it couldn't get any better. So first of all, let me show you a description of what happened, according to Raw Story. One man wearing a silvery suit, this is already fun, and carrying a sign reading #RobotRubio is slammed with a sign by one Rubio supporter while another supporter of the Republican candidate grabbed him and put him in a headlock. I read that to you, even though we have the video, because I'm amused by the idea of putting a robot in a headlock. Now come here, you son of a bitch. Okay, so let's watch. Let's have fun.
Why do you have your hands on me? Look at all these cameras. Look at all these cameras.
Now, that's an assault. That guy should be arrested, but it is a little funny. So first of all, I like the robot being like, "Why are you laying your hands on me?" And then my favorite is that, unlike the Trump supporters, they kind of gave up in the middle. They're like, this got tiring. Let's go home. So then the guy goes, I'll tell you what happened to that guy in the green jacket in a second. But like the Trump supporters, in the midst of a fascist assault, you start chanting the name of your fascist leader. So in that case, as you saw there, they were chanting, Marco, Marco, as the assault was happening. Now, eventually they did throw down one of the robots. I want to show you the picture of that. I mean, you've already seen it in our sidebar there. But that robot was able to get back up, and it is functioning today. In fact, it's functioning better than the original Marco Roboto, who had another breakdown today. So the guy in the green jacket, I mean, you saw it in the video. It's as clear as day. If somebody came up to you in the middle of the street and put you in a headlock, it was like, and tried to throw you down, even if he was unsuccessful, that's totally and obviously an assault that you should get arrested for. So let's find out what happened to him. The green-jacketed assailant then mixed back into the crowd of chanting fans and counter-protesters, but was seen greeting Rubio when the candidate made an appearance. Now, so, look, of course, as I've told you already, it's a little funny when you've got robots fighting humans on a presidential campaign. But there's a serious side to it. Stop assaulting protesters. Protesters have every right. They have First Amendment right, most important right in our Constitution, to protest politicians like Senator Rubio. You can't go lay your hands on him. The robot is right. Score one for the robots. Okay? And that's clearly an assault, and we can't have it. Every time you disagree with someone, or they're in an outfit you don't like, or they're saying something you don't like, you don't get to hit them. That's not how this government is supposed to function. But you know what? I don't think it's white privilege. I think it's right-wing privilege. You get to take over federal buildings and nobody ever does anything with it, with weapons. You get to point them at cops. Nobody ever does anything with it. You steal $1 million in grazing fees, as Clive and Bundy did, point your weapons at cops again. Nobody does anything about it. And you get to assault people at right-wing rallies. Black guy gets assaulted massively in another one we showed. A Latino guy gets assaulted. A woman gets thrown down. Nobody ever does anything. There's no law and order. No one ever gets arrested. So, and again, we have these guys who are protesters exercising their constitutional rights, gets thrown down, assaulted. What do? Oh, great job. Way to go. Marco Rubio greets you later, shakes hands with you. Somebody get some policing in here and arrest the guys doing the assaulting. Unless you do that, this is going to get much uglier pretty soon. Then it's not going to be funny at all.